the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Washington Wizards. Last game for the Wizards, they picked up the W against the Magic at Amway Center. They'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up coach who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look young to play.
And, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players. And he keeps an even keel. You won't see him breaking any clipboards. I like this guy.
You may not see him breaking any clipboards. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it behind closed doors.
Well, see, there's a difference.
I know.
We like it when he's behind closed doors breaking them. We just don't want it in public. Don't embarrass us.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alders is our sideline reporter. And also joining us on the sidelines, the league's most valuable player in 2004, Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
Okay, how you been, man? It's good to see you,
Waiting for you to sit right here next to us. That's what I've been waiting for.
Thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Can't wait to get inside your impressions of this game. It'll be a lot of fun. Wizards will kick off their road trip right here, going up against a capable opponent. But you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
And seeing where Washington is, every NBA season, there's always going to be some big surprises in store. And I think this season, they'd have to be considered one of the biggest of them all.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Boaz and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the 1. Kevin, when you're talking about influences, you mentioned Chris Webber's name a lot.
Yeah, Steve Webb was kind of, he and Stacey Augmon was at a time where I was trying to find myself as a player.
Search for a roadmap, maybe, who do I most resemble?
Not only that, but just some direction. At the time I was a big who had handles, and if you know anything about Southern coaches, they don't want their big handling the ball. So you get the ball up to a guard or whatever. It wasn't until I got to Chicago to where scouts or, people were able to see, like, wow, this big can actually handle the ball. He has handle a little bit. And then my high school coach would actually make me bring the ball up to show off and showcase it.
No kidding.
I hated it. I was like,
oh,
my God.
But look at what happened,
bring the ball up. And he knew that turning, I could handle it. I was like, oh, my God, I hated this. And he knew I would go and dunk him on. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot. He was,
Unbelievable. My goodness, perhaps he should get in the dunk contest. Gordon Hayward with a masterful throwdown.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Outside, Porter. Shorts out with a screen on Hayward. Porter against Hayward. 5 to shoot. And Porter, here we go. And it's good, 2 points. And Kev, you think of the great ones. You, Kobe, I mean, Jordan, Timmy, yeah, how about him? They worked harder than anybody else, Kevin.
And what you learn is that the similarity or the parallel that you all have is an inner animal that you never speak about. You know, we're all a little off. We're all a little dark, but that's what pushes you through pain. That's what pushes you through tough moments. And when someone says you can't, when someone says this is not possible, this is unreal, no one's ever done it, that's the moment you're looking for. The moment someone told Cole that he couldn't get over 50, 60, something Jordan couldn't do, he was driven in that. And if Phil wouldn't have stopped him, he probably would have reached 100 points.
He probably would have, yeah.
You know, he did Will Chamberlain a favor. And that's just real. He was in that type of mode. We all share that passion. We all share that drive. And the ones that have that inner darkness, we all understand.
It's like a split personality, huh?
It's almost like another level.
Yeah. Boy, his free throw shot. No, that's just a nice decision by Wall. Found him wide open.
Here's Irving. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Right, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Al Horford, a player who doesn't dominate any one category as a big man, but KG has very few weaknesses. He's fundamentally sound.
Very effective, man. Al Horford knows what he is. He's very solid in what he does. Sets great picks. He's able to create space between him and his defender. If you watch him, he's gotten better with his shot. He's got better with his three-point shot. He's able to shoot it at rapid style now. Being in Atlanta, being in kind of a system where he was able to play kind of 4 guys, 1 in, and he would be more perimeter. He's really developed the perimeter shot now. It's really helped him. Now he's able to put the ball on the floor with a shot.
Now there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
Boston's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. And Kevin, welcome to the 2K team. I didn't realize how much you love NBA 2K.
Oh, man, you know 2K is always live, man. I'm a super fan. Man, this game is going all over the place, bro. Like, seriously, like, I'm geeked to see what's next, man. They got everything down. I'm sitting here watching all the small intangibles that come with the game. I'm watching the game grow. I'm watching how better players are getting. I'm watching the online play, man. It's lit. It's lit. I can't wait to see this.
To the inside. Good work defensively by Horford.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And KG, you're retired from the game now, and you're stepping into the broadcast business a little bit now, aren't you? Yeah, how do you like it? How do you like it?
You know what? Area 21 is something that is authentic. It's me. We're having a great time watching the games. It's really cool being a fan now. I can root for people I want to root for. I don't have to worry about preparing and who I'm a guard and I'm getting the tea. So you know what? It's a great time. It's work. You know, it's not just you go on there and you have a bunch of fun. You know, we actually get some things done. You know, but we have a great time, man. You're in that. Take care. Listen, watching you, being around you. You know, man, the great rest in peace to Craig. You know, Ernie. All of Charles, all these great influences, man, has definitely helped. Not just me, but our younger generations of broadcasters, man. It's totally, I didn't see this being my lane, but I'm having fun with it.
Doing a great job. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Celtics.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone that already proven to be a great leader at his age.
To the paint, deflects the pass, and stolen by Horford. Here's Allen. So we get to the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And now we bring you the rookie leaderboard, featuring the NBA first-year players who have been dominant on the glass for the past 10 games and counting. The fourth spot held by Jayson Tatum.
He's brought that physicality. I mean, given a chance to contribute, he's shown that he can battle inside with the best of them. And Allen, just an incredible defender. Has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
Smith kicks to Frazier. That three off the mark. The Celtics with the lead. With 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rozier the pass to Morris. Again, the miss by the Celtics. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Good on the bucket. Meeks got his first 2 points.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Rozier kicks to Horford. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
Rozier kicks to Horford. The feed to Allen. The offensive rebound, Morris. The shot from the low post is good.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
The
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations that they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another, and I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands-on basketballs, resulting in steals. This has been pretty to watch.
So on the floor for Washington, Mahinmi is out there with Smith. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then there's Oubre, and it's Frazier in at point guard. Screen by Smith. Right block shot. Again, the Wizards score. Regular season grind, 82 games in the regular season. In your opinion, is that the right amount of games for teams to play? Or would you like to see the schedule shortened where there's more practice in between, more days of rest, more days to recuperate?
Man, look.
You get a big smile on your face.
For those who care, 82 games is how you got to come through it. This is, listen.
It's a war, isn't
listen,
it?
it is. And you know what? This is the tradition of it, man. This is what it is, bro. If you don't want to go through this and go through this hall and this road of this journey, then cool. Go to another league. They got shorter games. They got other awards that you can, This is the NBA. This is what it is. This is the grind of it. And ones that have come before you have done it, just like the ones that's after you is going to do it. This is what it is, bro.
Brown is checked in for Al Horford. Counted, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Oubre. Kevin, we know how hard the players work, the elite players work the hardest. We know the coaches work so hard. Everyone in that coaching staff, everyone wants the game called right. Is an added referee something that would help the game in any way? do you think?
More eyes on it.
We got 3 right now.
Listen, that's a lot,
That
man.
is a lot.
And we're yelling at those threes. Listen, more eyes on the prize, if you will. So be it. It's just about how the game is. You want referees to be consistent. You want referees to also let the guys play a little bit. You know, that's just my preference. I'm not a league official, nor do I know flow and momentum. I'm just talking from a fan perspective and watching it.
Yes.
But, you know, as a player, you find things to complain about because that's what a player does when it comes to advantage versus disadvantage. But fourth ref, I don't think it would hurt. To me, it would be about how they were calling it.
Just 4 to shoot. And here's Morris for 3. It's hauled in by Bryant.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kevin, over the years, we've seen a number of super teams develop, and in the Warriors' case, it's not the big 3, it's the big 4. Is this a trend you see continuing? You did it in Boston.
Man, look,
you were the original big 3.
It seems like it, ain't. You know, right.
You were the original big 3.
You know what? It's like an innovative type of thing, right? I didn't even know that you were doing that. Right, because LeBron come back and do what? LeBron goes to
Miami. He's
Miami
the big 3 right down there.
And then what? And then this just starts morphing into these different things, right?
KD and Golden State.
Right. Oh, man. What do you think of that? I think this is pretty much the norm. You know what? Listen, I think KD took a lot of heat for it, but when you really think about what he's doing, is that, I said 20 years from now, he sits back and he wants to talk to Steph, he talks to Draymond, he's talking to Clay. These are all one of the 3 greats who work with. I'm just talking about those 3 guys. He's playing with 3 of the greats. I'm sorry. If you had a chance to play with 3 other greats in the prime, Kevin, you're going to do that. And if you don't, then something's wrong with you.
Kevin, of all the people you've faced, who is the toughest guy for you to score against? Down low, we'll pick that geography. Who is the toughest to score against down there?
Listen, I know a lot of people. I've always said Rasheed Wallace. I've always said Tim Duncan. They're probably the 2 that brought a different level of play out of me. But shout out to Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson, I don't know if people know this, but Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson was one of the better defenders in the post. He was very strong. He was very long. He didn't go for any counters. He was very disciplined. He was well prepared because he was a veteran. The refs let him get away with a lot, touching and grabbing. He knew when to be physical in some positions. He knew to do what we call work early. He would meet you at the 3-point line, and he would be fighting you, and you would post up probably like a step outside the 3-point line. He was really good at some of his techniques and how he was able to control the post. After Cliff left the game, I watched a lot of his tape, and I took a lot of his, I had to because it was so effective against me that I was able to use it against other post players on the defensive end.
I never knew that story.
Dennis Rodman was another guy I watched a lot. Akeem Olajuwon I watched a lot because these guys were laterally very similar to my makeup. Akeem Olajuwon was long. He was able to laterally move with you. I was laterally able to move with guards and able to laterally slide with some of the forwards and some of the more laterally gifted power forwards. And with that, able to get my feet together, being able to block shots, challenge the rim, stuff like that. Things that if you're going to get better at something, you got to go and reach and find the great ones that did it before you and take it, and then I was able to apply it, and I did those things.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. There are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Great to have you with us, KG, and like the experience, come back and join us sometime, okay?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Anytime.
You were terrific. You were terrific.
Great, K-Hall. You always made me look good, man. Since 95, man. We've been doing this a long time, my dude.
Great to see you.
Thank you, dog.
And Doris, one of the things that really strikes me about KG, he's as smart as he is athletically gifted. What a treat to have him join us tonight.
Well, I'm in awe of his enthusiasm. And it's not just when he's talking, but when others are talking as well. There's so much life to the conversation. Everything he brought to the court for 21 years, he now brings to the booth.
Here's Hayward, kept alive by Boston. Now here's Smart, covered by Wall. Smart kicks to Morris. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Morris has got 5 points so far.
And the confidence of Morris, even with the hand in his face, he knows he can deliver.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Irving with a clean look. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. 10 points for him.
Yeah, just a bit of daylight off the screen is enough for Irving to knock down that shot.
And
with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. Boy, a pumped-up home crowd is behind us right now. Gordon Hayward has been all over the floor tonight. He had 12 points and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Wizards.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Otto Porter really making a difference here.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
Well, didn't you get the sense, Greg, that this entire team fed off his energy? His remarkable effort on the defensive end really triggered this group.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. And Doris, so many players do tend to shy away from contact, but which players, in your opinion, really love the physical aspect of the game, really helps their game?
Well, let's go old school. And the ground and pound game of Zach Randolph. The guy doesn't have an inch in terms of his vertical jump, but has managed to be well into his second decade in the NBA. For me, Zach, Zebo doing work on the box, a thing of beauty.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward. Then there's Horford. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And that one misses.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
And it's Gortat finishing it off.
Listen, this guy's got the green light at any time, but Beal with the nice look to set up the open shot.
Wall against Irving. Over Wall. Another miss by Irving. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or great moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Gortat with the block.
Well, providing stout rim protection, Gortat is a two-way player.
Stolen by Smart. ice, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
The Wizards have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Oubre's checked in for Washington. Of course, the turnovers you mentioned that Walt creates that are so valuable, he'll knock the ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
Smart dishes to Horford. Gorton with the steal. And stolen by Hayward. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Hayward. And now an 8-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Out to Morris, a 3. And again, Washington, no good. Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. The shot by Hayward, wide open, drills the three-pointer. Hayward's got 15.
Okay, we know Gordon Hayward is effective in all 3 phases of the offensive end, but what a dangerous threat from beyond the arc.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job of penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving.
Those are sensational defensive instincts on display from John Wall. So good at creating opportunities through his defense.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Hayward can't hit.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time. Well, listen, we know the heart of this Wizards team is the backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. They are the engine that gets this team going, and both serve as great leaders as well.
Brown. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Marcin Gortat. And Doris with Wall and Beal, the Wizards leaders. Most would argue that they are the best backcourt right now in the Eastern Conference.
Well, there is a tandem in Toronto that might argue that supposition. But to me, Bradley Beal and John Wall are absolutely one of the elite backcourts in the NBA. Both guys are efficient scoring. Both can create off the dribble. And it's hard to overstate how much they mean to this team.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Wizards trail by 11. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall passes to Gortat. Shoots from the block. And Washington again with the bucket.
Well, make no mistake, this guy a high percentage finisher inside. Gortat can finish with either power or finesse.
Morris a screen. Brown wide open. He fires. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
You simply can't hit him. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Washington making some changes. Miami's checked in for Gortat. Beal comes in for Meeks. And Tim Frazier subbed in for John Wall. Here's Rozier. Frazier covering. Brown outside. Rebound, Washington. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Now, here's Tatum. He's guarded closely. 59 seconds left to play in the third. And no good. Wizards trail by 11. Dishes it to Oubre. Shoots a three. The Wizards with another miss. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Rozier. Frazier covering. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
And another miss by Washington. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Tatum. Buries the 20-footer. Tatum's got 7. For Washington, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Brown kicks to Rozier, and the rejection by Smith. They recover it.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Hey, we're doing so many good things on offense. Keep moving it. Keep looking for it. We just have to challenge as well as we can down here.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels like there's more you can do defensively, and that's probably the case here. They just have to keep grinding out on the floor.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Catering for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. Porter and Morris are the forwards. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5, down low.
And how about the quick hands there by Tatum? Terrific anticipation as he comes up with that steal and able to convert that defense into offense.
Lets it go with a 3. That shot, no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Drills it from outside. 16 points for Otto Porter Jr. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
Here's Morris. Oh,
look out.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness. No, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Washington calls timeout. And Kyrie Irving, a good playmaker. But he looks to score first, wouldn't you say, Doris?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see with his tremendous skill level, playmaking is an area where he can be even more dynamic.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
I think it shows you all the hard work Morris has put in to try and extend his range.
Here's Irving. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Boy, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Irving leading the charge.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Gortat's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Smart kicks to Horford. Trying his luck deep. Porter pulls it in. Wizards trail by 11. It's Beal on the way. From deep, Wall, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Picked by Horford. There's the screen. Horford with the screen on Beal. Here's Hayward. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Boy, pure strength from Hayward. Loves overcoming any challenge a defender might throw his way.
Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That one on Smart. And that one falls for Beal.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Elbow shot is on the way, and it's Irving missing.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
There's Porter with the three. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 7th assist here tonight.
That's a big-time bucket right there. Porter comes up huge.
Here's the screen. Now here's Smart. He's covered by Beal. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Kevin, how about the poise of Marcus Smart under duress? Delivers a big-time shot.
Wizards trail by 6. Beal from long range, and again, Washington with the triple.
That's a big-time delivery from Bradley Beal.
Down low, Tice. Morris with the block, and he recovers it. The shot's good from Irving.
Man, this has been fun. I mean, we got two teams dueling down the stretch.
Boy, does it feel to you, Greg, like every single shot is going through the bucket? That's how lethal both of these teams have been late in this one.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Wall, good.
That one was big. John Wall coming through big time.
Boston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. They set the pick. Picked by Horford. Howard kicks to Hayward. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Porter, here we go. Hayward comes with the double team. And the Celtics with possession here. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
I think that's a case of nerves right there, guys. That was a pretty bad decision.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Back to Wall. Inside. Porta throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Horford.
And he's just putting the team on his back when he's needed most.
Don't you just love to see that confidence from taking these big shots?
And the free throw, no good.
Well, great lineage for Lord Todd. His father was an Olympic boxer. His mother played volleyball on the Polish national team. I tell you, you have to respect the willingness to make shots in crucial situations. Go to work, Marcus Smart. Clutch time is my time. John Wall is ready and willing to carry the load.
Now timeout called by Boston.
Greg, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really was fired up about this game.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Irving. It counts. And the foul. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Washington calls time in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
We think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Good on the first, and that ties the game up.
Now, John Wall has specialized in getting to the free throw line. He plays the game with breakneck pace.
Now, timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound, or maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just try to keep getting better each game.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.